Basically, I grew up in a house where every day my parents were screaming at each other, throwing things, hated each other. And then I got into drugs. I was selling drugs. And then I was kicked out of the house. I dropped out of high school. That was off the rails.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the fabulous world of global superstar Pink. From her powerhouse lifestyle and jaw-dropping earnings to all the latest buzz you don't want to miss. If you love music, fame, and behind-the-scenes stories, hit that like button and subscribe so you're always in the loop. Let's get into it. Born Alicia Beth Moore on September 8, 1979 in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, Pink's early life was defined by a blend of creativity, struggle, and resilience that would ultimately fuel her rise to global stardom. Raised in a working-class family, she was the daughter of Jim Moore, a Vietnam War veteran, and Judy Kugel, a nurse. From a young age, Alicia's home life was marked by both love and turbulence, as her parents' eventual divorce left her navigating the complexities of a fractured family dynamic. This experience deeply influenced her sense of independence and her fierce, rebellious persona, traits that would become signatures of her career. Growing up in suburban Pennsylvania, Pink developed an early fascination with performance. Her father, who played guitar and sang, often encouraged her to express herself through music, planting the seeds of her artistic journey. Meanwhile, her mother provided structure and stability, though Pink's free-spirited and often defiant nature sometimes put her at odds with authority figures. Despite these challenges, she channeled her emotions into creative outlets, finding in music both an escape and a form of self-expression. By the time she was a teenager, Pink was already immersing herself in the vibrant music scene of Philadelphia. She began writing lyrics as a way of processing her emotions, while also developing a deep appreciation for hip-hop, R&B, and rock, genres that would later shape her unique sound. An early and defining experience came when she joined the local club scene as a dancer and singer. At just 14, she was performing at open mic nights, and her powerful voice quickly set her apart. Around this time, she also adopted the nickname Pink, inspired partly by her childhood complexion, and partly by comparisons to the character Mr. Pink from the film Reservoir Dogs. Before discovering her true calling, Pink dabbled in a variety of interests, from athletics to art, but music was always her anchor. Her rebellious streak and outspoken personality often clashed with traditional schooling, yet those same qualities fueled her authenticity as a performer. A pivotal connection came when she joined an all-female R&B group called Basic Instinct, and later the trio Choice. Though these early projects were short-lived, they introduced her to the recording industry and gave her a first taste of the professional music world. It was during her time with Choice that Pink caught the attention of influential producers who recognized her raw talent and commanding presence. This exposure laid the groundwork for her eventual signing as a solo artist with Layface Records. The relationships she forged during these formative years, particularly with mentors who nurtured her songwriting abilities, were critical stepping stones on her path to success. Pink's early years were a complex mix of hardship and opportunity, shaped by the dual influences of a supportive yet divided family, an insatiable hunger for self-expression, and a relentless drive to carve her own path. These experiences, both challenging and formative, would later inform the authenticity, edge, and emotional depth that became hallmarks of her music and stage persona.
I was driving her to school, and out of the blue, she just said, "Mama." I said, "Yeah, babe." She goes, "I'm the ugliest girl I know." And I was like, "What are you talking about? You're incredible. I made you. You can't say that."
Career and success. Pink's career is a story of defiance, artistry, and continual reinvention. After her early beginnings in local groups and her eventual signing with Layface Records, her breakthrough came with the release of her debut solo album, Can't Take Me Home, 2000. Featuring hit singles like There You Go and Most Girls, the record showcased her powerhouse vocals and R&B-infused style, earning double platinum status in the United States. While the album established her as a rising star, it was her bold refusal to be confined to a single genre that truly set her apart from her peers. Her defining moment arrived with her second album, Missunderstood, 2001, which marked a stylistic shift from R&B to pop rock, solidifying her identity as an artist unafraid to take risks. With chart-topping singles like Get the Party Started, Don't Let Me Get Me, and Just Like a Pill, the album became an international success, selling over 13 million copies worldwide. This creative reinvention catapulted her into global superstardom and established her as one of pop's most distinctive voices. Throughout the 2000s, Pink continued to evolve, blending pop, rock, and soul into anthems that resonated across generations. Albums such as Try This, 2003, I'm Not Dead, 2006, and Funhouse, 2008, produced hits like Trouble, Stupid Girls, Who Knew, and the emotionally raw So What. Each project revealed new layers of her artistry, balancing vulnerability with rebellion, and her dynamic live performances, complete with high-flying acrobatics, cemented her reputation as one of the most electrifying performers of her era. Collaboration has been a defining force in Pink's career. Her 2001 contribution to Lady Marmalade, alongside Christina Aguilera, Lil' Kim, and Mia, became a cultural phenomenon, winning a Grammy Award and rising to the top of the Billboard Hot 100. Later, duets such as Just Give Me a Reason with Nate Ruess of Fun achieved global success, topping charts worldwide and earning acclaim for their emotional storytelling. Over the years, Pink's work has been recognized with numerous honors, including 3 Grammy Awards, 7 MTV Video Music Awards, and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. As her career progressed, Pink embraced new directions while maintaining her signature authenticity. Albums like The Truth About Love, 2012, Beautiful Trauma, 2017, and Hurts to Be Human, 2019, displayed a maturity in theme and artistry, balancing socially conscious anthems with deeply personal ballads. More recently, Trustfall, 2023, reinforced her global impact with chart-topping success and record-breaking tours, while she continues to expand her influence through philanthropy, activism, and cultural milestones beyond the stage.
Do I have to be serious?
Yes, no, you have to be completely honest.
Oh, that's
Not
hard.
serious, but honest. So the first thing that comes to your mind, honestly, and then you hit that.
I'll thank you in advance.
Okay.
Income and wealth. Pink's financial success is the product of a career built on talent, reinvention, and tireless work ethic. According to multiple financial reports, her net worth is estimated to be between $200 million and $250 million, placing her among the wealthiest female artists in the world. Over the course of more than 2 decades, Pink has built her fortune through record sales, world tours, brand endorsements, and savvy business ventures that extend far beyond music. A substantial portion of her wealth comes from her music career. With over 60 million albums and 75 million singles sold worldwide, Pink has consistently ranked among the best-selling artists of her generation. Touring, however, has been the driving force behind Pink's financial empire. Known for her breathtaking aerial acrobatics and high-energy stage presence, she has become one of the most in-demand live performers in the industry. Her Beautiful Trauma World Tour, 2018 to 2019, alone grossed nearly $400 million, making it one of the highest-grossing tours of the decade. Similarly, The Truth About Love Tour, 2013, brought in over $180 million across multiple continents. These tours not only generated massive revenue from ticket sales, but also from merchandise, sponsorships, and worldwide brand deals tied to her performances. Beyond music and touring, Pink has successfully leveraged her celebrity status into lucrative partnerships and endorsements. She has collaborated with brands like CoverGirl, Sony, and Pepsi, deals that have added millions to her portfolio. Additionally, her strong reputation for authenticity and individuality has made her a unique figure for brands seeking long-term credibility with global audiences. Over time, Pink's earnings have reflected not just her popularity, but her ability to adapt and thrive in an evolving music industry. By embracing touring, diversifying her revenue streams, and building a brand rooted in authenticity, she has ensured that her financial empire continues to grow. Today, Pink stands not only as one of the most respected and influential figures in pop music, but also as one of its most financially successful. with a net worth that reflects both her artistry and her savvy business sense. Life and lifestyle. Beyond her music career and financial achievements, Pink leads a lifestyle that is as bold, authentic, and eclectic as her artistry. Known for her unapologetic individuality, she has built a personal life centered around family, adventure, and a deep sense of purpose. Unlike many celebrities who are defined solely by glamour, Pink embraces a lifestyle that blends edgy rock star energy with down-to-earth relatability. Pink's interests and hobbies reflect her multifaceted personality. A passionate equestrian, she has spoken about her love for horseback riding and the peace it brings her outside of the stage spotlight. She also enjoys fitness, training rigorously to maintain the stamina required for her aerial stage performances. Unlike many performers, she often incorporates acrobatic training and circus-style workouts into her routine, reflecting her unique approach to both health and artistry. Away from the gym and tour life, she's been known to enjoy cooking, gardening, and time spent outdoors, simple pleasures that balance her otherwise high-octane career. Philanthropy is another cornerstone of her lifestyle. Pink has been a dedicated advocate for numerous causes, including children's health, animal rights, and humanitarian aid. She has supported organizations like UNICEF, PETA, and the Human Rights Campaign, while also donating millions to children's hospitals and COVID-19 relief efforts. Her activism is not just financial but personal. She often uses her platform to speak openly about issues like gender equality and environmental sustainability, embodying her belief that fame should be leveraged for positive change. In terms of personal style, Pink has always stood out. From her early days with brightly colored hair and punk-inspired outfits to her later embrace of high fashion with an edge, she has remained true to her rebellious, fearless identity. Whether on the red carpet in couture gowns or off-duty in casual streetwear, her look reflects both confidence and authenticity. This fearless approach to fashion mirrors her larger-than-life stage presence and her refusal to conform to industry expectations. Like many artists, Pink has faced her share of personal challenges. She has been open about her struggles with substance use in her teenage years, the turbulence of her marriage, and the scrutiny that comes with being a woman in the public eye. Rather than weakening her, these experiences have fueled her growth and inspired much of her most heartfelt music. Her willingness to address personal difficulties with honesty has not only deepened her bond with fans, but has also reinforced her image as a resilient, no-nonsense figure who turns adversity into strength. And now, after more than 2 decades in the spotlight, there are growing signs that Pink may soon be ready to close this extraordinary chapter of her life. According to several insiders close to the singer, Pink is quietly making plans for what's being described as a farewell, final tour, signaling her intention to retire from the music industry. Though nothing has been officially confirmed, sources suggest that this decision is deeply personal and tied to her desire to spend more time with her family, away from the relentless demands of the spotlight. Those close to Pink say that, while she remains passionate about her art, the emotional and physical toll of touring, especially as a mother of 2, has been weighing heavily on her in recent years. She's reportedly told friends that she wants to be present for the moments that really matter, and is thinking more about creating memories with her children than chasing new chart-topping singles. If true, this would mark the end of an era for a performer whose career has been defined by defying expectations and leaving it all on the stage. Whether this final tour truly is her last, or simply a pause, remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. Should Pink choose to step away, she will do so on her own terms, with the same fire, grace, and authenticity that have made her a legend.
Knit a scarf. I don't know.
Well, I love too that you said 19 years in, you all like each other more like than you ever did. Like you're really in.
That was that day.
Personal relationships. Pink's life behind the spotlight has been deeply defined by the relationships she holds closest, connections that have grounded her through the chaos of fame and shaped much of her music and worldview. At the center of it all is her marriage to Carey Hart, the motocross legend turned entrepreneur, whom she met at the 2001 X Games in Philadelphia. Their relationship, while deeply passionate, has not been without its storms. After several breakups, the couple famously reconciled when Pink proposed to Hart during a motocross race by writing, "Will you marry me?" on his pitboard. They wed in 2006 and have since built a partnership marked by resilience, honesty, and an unshakable bond. Their marriage has seen its share of challenges, including a brief separation in 2008, during which Pink wrote some of her most emotionally raw songs. But instead of letting those moments define them, the couple used their struggles as stepping stones, becoming stronger and more transparent in the process. Pink has spoken openly about attending therapy with Hart and working through issues together, a refreshing display of vulnerability that has resonated deeply with fans. Their dynamic often finds its way into her lyrics, revealing the complexity and enduring nature of their connection. Together, they are the proud parents of 2 children, daughter Willow Sage and son Jamison Moon, who have become central to Pink's identity. From bringing them on tour to involving them in music videos and red carpet events, Pink has embraced motherhood not as a departure from her career, but as an extension of it. Willow, in particular, has already shared the stage with her mother and appeared in duets, such as their 2021 hit Cover Me in Sunshine. Pink's parenting style is rooted in empowerment and emotional openness, often sharing with fans the realities and joys of raising kids in the public eye while striving to give them a grounded upbringing. Beyond her immediate family, Pink maintains a close connection with her mother, Judy Kugel, who raised her after her parents divorced. Though their relationship had its rocky moments during Pink's rebellious youth, something she's spoken about in both interviews and songs, the two have since reconciled and grown closer. Her father, Jim Moore, was also a significant figure in her life until his passing in 2021. A Vietnam veteran and guitarist, he inspired Pink's early love of music, and their father-daughter bond was publicly celebrated when they performed together on stage. Pink is also known for her deep loyalty to longtime friends and collaborators within the industry. She has maintained strong ties with figures like producer Billy Mann and her longtime manager Roger Davies, who've played pivotal roles in her career longevity. In terms of creative collaborations, her bond with fellow pop powerhouse Christina Aguilera has evolved significantly over the years. Once rumored to be rivals, Pink and Aguilera moved past earlier tensions and have expressed mutual respect in recent years, even appearing together on The Voice. These arcs of reconciliation and maturity reflect Pink's ability to grow personally and professionally without holding on to old grudges. She has also forged meaningful friendships with artists like Dallas Green of City and Color, with whom she formed the acoustic side project You Plus Me, a surprising yet warmly received musical departure. These collaborative ventures have shown that Pink values connection through artistry, not just commercial success, and has a deep appreciation for musicianship in all forms. Pink's relationships, whether romantic, familial, or professional, are a reflection of her core values: honesty, loyalty, and resilience. She has never shied away from showing the messy, real sides of love and connection, both in her public life and her lyrics. Real estate. Building on her deeply rooted personal relationships and family-first lifestyle, Pink's real estate journey reflects her evolving desires for privacy, creativity, and authentic living. Her properties, past and present, offer glimpses into the many sides of her identity: the glamorous performer, the devoted parent, and the grounded soul-seeking peace. One of her most notable past properties was a modern oceanfront Malibu home, purchased in June 2021 for $14 million. The 4,320-square-foot residence, once owned by Barry Manilow, sat dramatically perched on a point with floor-to-ceiling glass walls, sweeping ocean views, and an open plan filled with black and white decor accented by gold touches. It featured 5 bedrooms, including a guest house, a double-height living room, a primary suite with panoramic views, and a courtyard with a jacuzzi, a blend of luxurious style and personal sanctuary. But just 4 months after acquiring it, Pink listed the home for sale at $15 million, reflecting both the home's premium status and her shifting priorities. Previously, the couple owned a sprawling Spanish-style Malibu estate, an 8,000-square-foot Point Du mansion, which they sold in 2016 for approximately $13 million. This home featured Balinese-inspired design, a main house and guest house, a resort-style pool and spa, and private beach access, exemplifying their taste for serene coastal living. However, Malibu's glitz gradually lost its charm for Pink and Carrie as they sought retreats that aligned more closely with their grounded, family-centered values. Today, their most cherished residence is a 200-plus acre ranch in the Santa Ynez Valley, near Santa Barbara, purchased in 2013 for around $12 million. This ranch-style estate includes vineyards, equestrian facilities, guest cottages, and a custom farmhouse. It offers space, privacy, and a tangible connection to nature, ideal for raising their children and living creatively and peacefully. Together, their real estate holdings, across Malibu's coastal glamour and Santa Ynez's rural tranquility, are estimated to be worth over $30 million. In sum, Pink's real estate decisions have mirrored her personal trajectory, from high-impact glamour to soulful retreat, reflecting an artist who values authenticity over attention, serenity over splash, and family over flash. Her properties tell a story of evolution, once perched on the edge of the Pacific, now rooted deeply in the rolling hills where creativity meets calm. Cars and vehicles. Just as her homes reveal a balance between edge and authenticity, Pink's relationship with vehicles has evolved from practical beginnings to a carefully curated collection that mirrors her bold, no-nonsense personality. Long before she was selling out arenas and living on coastal ranches, Pink's early driving years were marked by practicality and grit. One of her first cars was a used Honda Civic, a modest but reliable ride that matched the working-class ethos she grew up with in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. She's joked in interviews about how that little car survived more than it probably should have, reflecting her rough-around-the-edges lifestyle in her rebellious teen years. As her fame and finances grew, so did her taste in vehicles, but never in a flashy or overly extravagant way. Pink has always favored powerful, statement-making machines over ultra-luxury cars. One of her most well-known rides is a black Harley-Davidson, which she's often been spotted cruising around Los Angeles with. The bike symbolizes her signature blend of fearlessness and independence, and she's spoken publicly about how riding gives her a sense of freedom she can't find anywhere else. In terms of four-wheeled favorites, Pink has also owned a Chevrolet Suburban, a spacious SUV that suits her role as a hands-on mom and frequent traveler. She's also been photographed driving muscle cars and vintage convertibles, favoring style with attitude over mainstream luxury. Her garage reportedly once included a Dodge Charger and a 1960s Mustang, both of which reflect her love for Americana and timeless design. Interestingly, Pink and husband Carrie Hart, who owns a custom motorcycle shop, share a mutual passion for high-performance machines. Carrie has built and customized several bikes and cars for Pink over the years, making their collection deeply personal. One standout example is a custom off-road truck gifted to her for Mother's Day, proving that even her family celebrations are grounded in adrenaline and horsepower. Today, as touring and parenting shape her lifestyle, Pink opts more for utility and comfort over speed. Her transportation needs often involve luxury tour buses and private jet travel, especially when navigating back-to-back performances and international commitments. These travel modes allow her to keep her children close while maintaining the demanding pace of her career. That brings us to the end of this story. If you enjoyed it, don't miss the other celebrity journeys waiting for you on screen. Thanks so much for watching.